Well, hello everyone. I'm Bryce, and these are all of my friends.
All of them.
All of them.
Wow.
All of them. If you're watching this and you're one of my other could-have-been friends, you should have been here.
Coulda, shoulda. That's rough.
We
are-
need a bigger table.
so
so stay
probably
there.
a bigger room.
We need a bigger room first.
We are back playing our Pathfinder Homebrew campaign.
In the break, we forgot how to talk.
We take some time off, and this is what happens. So this is Chapter 2, the Isle of Sador. What are we calling
Wait, that
it?
was just one chapter?
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's a long book.
It is.
Island time.
That's right. Chapter 2, Island Time. Not nearly as fun going as it sounds, I promise. So, I am Bryce. I am your Dungeon Master. And you guys have new characters now. And we're not doing a fun fact.
We just sat in the car right here. Was like,
I can
Just enjoyed the time over. I consider just springing it on you guys and see what happens.
Fun
To
fact
watch
about
the
Caleb's character.
But I have a
And
list.
most of you don't know anything about each other's characters.
We
Except
haven't met
maybe
yet.
Tim.
I
Tim
know
knows some, but
a
not
little more.
all.
He knows all of
But
them.
that's because you
Mostly
have to
about
draw
how
out.
you look.
Yeah, you working on the drawings and such. So,
that's fair.
Josh, who are you playing?
I am playing Davina Valkyr. She is a human Ismar cleric.
David?
Ikadora Fuoko. She.
We might have to censor that.
Why? I don't know. It just means fire. She's a goblin tiefling sorcerer.
I'm playing Namkitu or Kitu, a Kitsune entertainer sorcerer.
I'm excited about this.
Me too. We'll see where it goes.
His personality is meant to be very different from Ko.
Yes. Well,
So,
Meant
yeah.
to be.
meant to be. We'll see. It'll
we'll see how acting
might be the
works
same
out.
personality, just with a
Here's money
higher
for
pitched,
the
faster
you know
voice.
You
I mean, there will still. I'm a jokester as a character, so I can still, do that.
Yeah, but
Even
who are you
essentially.
playing?
Oh.
Me.
Rachel.
I'm Rachel. I'm playing Edith Skullkeeper, a half-orc barbarian. My voice is gone, so she's not going to sound like she will.
Fair enough. My name is Tim. Thanks for asking. And I'm playing Juvenial Salathanion Estrugior Gelthanas.
Wow.
Great.
Why?
Javin. Just Javin.
Just-
Javin.
So many
And
hard words.
I have to keep it in my mind because I've been trying to say Havin the entire time. that
No,
I've seen
I
it.
am not.
Javier!
I am not a Hispanic elf.
Didn't we
That
say
sounds
that's what the
great.
elves were?
Ora?
That they were Spanish?
The Minotaurs are Russian.
Yeah.
The
elves like
goblins,
who dance,
the goblins
yeah.
apparently are all Italian
From
Italian mobsters.
From Brooklyn. Oh, yeah.
Javin. Javin is fine. Javin, a male elf Dampier.
Okay. So, as we move on to the Isle of Sador, all of you have been here for at least some time. We are going to work some of your stories as we come together and create our actual party. So, who would like to start? I'm going to give you guys the option. Glad that worked out. So, Havin.
Well-
Javin.
Excuse me, I don't know who that is.
Javin, as you wake up, you find a short letter left by Matthias Ironsnap. You've read the letter, and along with it, there's a small card on one side. There's a silhouette of a raven surrounded by symbols, and the other is blank. Roll occultism.
That'd be a 26.
As you're studying, the symbols start to swirl, and you realize that it was a spell. You now have an ability called Raven's Eye. While holding a deciphered Raven's card, an invisible map will appear on the backside of the card. You will also be able to see Raven's marks that will lead you to an unknown location.
All right. I scan the area for more of these marks.
So you are currently in a basement room. that you recognize and have not enjoyed very much, and you are attempting to get out.
Okay.
I'm trying not to give all of your background away.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair. All right. Let's all right, so I'm gonna roll to see if I can hear anyone or like just kind of sense like who's in the area.
Okay. Roll perception.
That's a 17.
Okay. The windows are drawn, so the basement. There are a couple basement windows. The curtains are drawn there. You do see some light on one side, and it's oddly brighter than it used to be. Otherwise, you hear some movement upstairs, but nothing seems to be hurried. And what you know, if it's mid-morning, likely everyone but the servants have gone.
Can I fit through those windows?
You could attempt.
All right. I'm gonna look around to see if there are any valuables or anything that I can take, any important things to help me escape, or any tools or anything like that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception to see what you find.
21.
All right. So looking around, you are able to accumulate basically the gold that you now have. So you're able to accumulate that. You do find some alchemical things that will help you with creating some different potions and stuff. And you are concerned that if you stay here too much longer, someone will eventually come back and check on you.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to try the windows.
Okay. All right. So you go over to the window, you draw it, and for a brief moment, your eyes start to adjust, and it feels much warmer. And you know why it feels warm, and it's not a great feeling.
Yeah. Is there like a cloak or something around? Can I?
You go ahead and pull the drapes
Sure.
and make yourself a makeshift cloak.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Very fashionable, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll hop out the window and just skip town.
All right. So you look around, and you're able to find what's your weapon.
Dagger and a crossbow.
Okay. So as you find or pull one of the daggers that had been there to be used in their rituals, you break the window, and you are able to move most of the glass out of the way and climb out. As you do, you enter into what appears to be a very small courtyard, and this seems to be an estate of sorts.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So again, just continuing to listen and hear if there are any servants or guards or anything like that around in the area. But then we're basically trying to navigate to the nearest forest, if you will, or just like brush outcropping to just kind of get out of sight.
Okay. So as you look around, you do see an unattended guardhouse, and that will also allow you to lead into the forest area. And as you pass by, you do notice a crossbow that's left unattended with some bolts.
Take
Go
it.
ahead and snag that on your way out.
Yep.
Go ahead and
Give it a
roll.
look-see, look it up and down, make sure everything's like operating and functioning properly, clean it off a little bit. Roll what? Sorry.
Roll survival.
Okay. 24.
All right. So based on where the sun is, you know that you are currently heading north into the woods. You believe that you're near the city of Wellsworth, probably on the outskirts of it. And you notice that this belongs to some sort of noble family. And you see their symbol and have at least taken note of it.
Okay. All right. I'll get into the forest and just kind of get in the shade, rest for a bit, and kind of get my bearings. You said I found some like alchemical stuff, so probably spend some time getting some potions and getting some general survival stuff. Like I'd be collecting like grasses, leaves, like that sort of stuff from the area, and basically like trying to make some rudimentary potions and survival stuff for myself.
All right. So you move probably about a quarter mile or so into the woods, so that you know that they didn't have dogs there, or you didn't hear any. So the odds of them being able to track you as far as smell goes is very rare or unlikely. So as you move into the woods, you are able to spot some herbs and stuff that you have noticed before on the island, and grab those as you're trying to combine them and basically making a rudimentary couple healing potions and something along those lines. You work on that for a little bit. You find yourself a stream that can help provide some water for it. And yeah, you spend a few minutes doing whatever you need to do to prepare for wherever it is that you're going to be going.
That's right. So I guess from there it's so you said it's mid-morning.
Mid-morning, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try and find a nearby like cave or like rock outcropping because it is not comfortable for me right now during this time of day.
Okay. So you head in, roll knowledge nature.
18.
All right, so the amount of time that you've spent out, you know that a lot of streams tend to lead towards some sort of mountains or rock outcroppings. And as you follow that there, you start to find a much denser part of the forest, and it's much easier for you to navigate as far as sunlight and everything is concerned. And you are able to find a cave or at least an overhang to hang out under.
Sure. So I'll kind of set up a rudimentary camp, kind of like hide the opening a little bit, and basically just kind of make an area for me to rest inside the cave, and then maybe set up like rudimentary, like I don't know, try and find like some strings or something like that to kind of like set like just a little tripwire or something at the mouth of the cave in case somebody were to come in.
Okay. Roll crafting for that. Sure.
That's also an 18.
Okay. So yeah, you were able to pretty much do that without any problems. And as you get in and you're like, okay, this is my base of operations, at least for now, until I figure out where I'm going, you just kind of start putting everything out. And you notice that the Raven's mark on that card is glowing.
Okay. Does it... I guess I'll flip it over and look.
Okay. So on the back, there is a rudimentary map drawn on it in what is like an arcane ink. You realize that you would need to have the Raven's Eye ability to be able to even see this. As you are looking at it, it appears that it is leaning towards the city of Jita.
Spell that?
Jita.
Okay.
And it is on the northernmost tip of the island. And it's well known for its wine and vineyards. And that appears to at least to be what it's pointing to as far as its starting point.
Okay. So I'll make plans to travel there kind of in the evening.
Okay. And from what you know, it's probably a couple days travel for being on foot. The island's not particularly large. It is several hundred square miles overall, but most of the travel routes and stuff do not take a lot of time to make it from one city to the other.
Okay.
And Wellsworth happens to be one of the cities along the coastline that would lead up to that area. So it's in the northern part of the island, along the forest.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and go to Davina. So, you've recently arrived at the harbor of Radfall.
The what of who?
The harbor of Radfall.
Harbor. Got it.
It is the main harbor for the Isle of Sidor. It is on the southwestern side of the island, and you will have a map in the near future that will probably be given to Davina.
You said southwest?
Yeah. So, this is the main harbor inn. As you arrive, you make contact with Captain Zaczo, the Honored. He is the current captain of the Paladins. There are other higher-ranking officials there, but he is the one that's doing most of the field work. Zaczo is a half-orc dwarf.
Interesting.
And he is wearing the blazing colors of Sarenrae. Welcome.
Well, hey, Cap, how are you doing?
sorry. I'm so excited.
How many monsters did you have before tonight?
Not enough.
Not enough.
So what brings you here?
Well, I'm traveling. You know, I got my orders, same as you. I'm just excited to be here. I'm here to help you guys out. What all? I've heard you got some problems. So what's going on?
Well, we've had all sorts of different things happen. We have werewolves, vampires, ghosts, demons, and the sort, all seeming to appear out of nowhere. So that's why we're here. Take care of them, take care of the people.
I can agree with that. Well, let's get to business. What's the
Currently,
biggest priority for you?
right now, the biggest lead we have are werewolves appearing in the area of Jita. So we're going to head north and see what's going on there.
Sounds like a plan. Do you have any silver? Do you guys have? How prepared are you?
We have Saren Ray's guidance.
Can't ask for more than that.
Roll perception.
Alrighty. You think I'd be prepared? 25.
Okay. So this perception check is something that's going to happen kind of over time. But you're getting, the more and more that you travel with Zaczo, the more you realize that he's an imposter as far as somebody that would be assigned to Saren Ray. He's not holding the same ideals. He seems to be lording power over his subordinates as well as the people. And, you know, that's not something that Saren Ray would actually be okay with.
Right.
But he does seem to have some of his abilities as far as champion is concerned. So that means he's serving somebody that's also okay with him lying about it.
Which Saren Ray absolutely would not be okay with.
So, he does give you a map, and he gives you a few other items that will round out some of what you've already gotten. And you will head north. As you travel with him, you see that he very cold-heartedly attacks things that he believes to be occult-like, but you're not sure that they were actually afflicted by anything.
Okay.
Right now, you're investigating, so you're not trying to tip the
I'm,
boat.
I'm sitting back and observing more than
But
I
it
am.
is beginning to frustrate you.
Yeah.
Several days pass as you and the caravan continues on. You have captured what they are calling a witch, and they have gagged her. And you are heading north and entering the city of Jita.
How are we traveling?
You're traveling by carriage and carts
All right.
along the road.
And
Burn
can I get access to her without being seen?
At some point in time throughout the trip, yes.
All right. Then I'd like to basically interview her or ask her what's going on.
Okay.
Why they may think that, or what she's done, or how she's gotten to where they think that she's a witch.
Okay. Well, are you sure it's okay for me to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure. Anything you say to me will not be told to anybody else.
They say I serve a dark god, but I have shadow magic. I can't help that. It's something I was born with. Yes, I'm technically a witch, but I'm not evil.
See, I don't. Yeah, I don't have anything that would be able to tell that one way or the other. Dang it. Detect good and evil. Should have known better.
I mean, I think they're not happy because I spoke out against them.
But they're the chosen of Saren Ray. What would you need to speak out against?
And she looks and sees that you have a shield.
Yes.
She sees that it's emblazoned with Saren Ray. Nothing bad. I mean, just that, you know, they were doing some things that I didn't agree with. That's all.
And that's okay.
I know it's their place. They're supposed to be able to help us, but
you've told me something. I'm gonna keep you in my confidence. I'm gonna tell you something. That's why I'm here. we've heard that they're not doing things that they're supposed to be doing and doing things that they shouldn't be doing. And that's why I'm here. So I need you. The more I can find out about what they're not supposed to be doing, the more I can do my job and I can put a stop to it.
It seems to me they're more concerned about having power instead of using their power. They aren't helping the people of my village. They're more holding us hostage. Anyone they speaks out against them is a witch or is afflicted with vampirism or...
So not only are they not doing what they're supposed to be doing, there's things like undead and things like that that they're using almost against the people who speak out against them.
Or calling us as such.
Which is just as bad.
I'm sure I saw someone throw one of the townsfolk to a zombie before slaying them both because they were afflicted.
Okay. Where's your village?
It's near the forest south of here now.
Okay, well, I can't guarantee that I'll be able to get you loose right now, but no harm will come to you while I'm here.
I hope so. And at this point in time, you're starting to realize you're probably running out of time to be interacting with her.
Let me go keep up appearances, and we'll, like I said, we'll try to get you out of here.
As you move into Jita, you realize that it's a well-populated city, and that most of the outskirts is where the vineyards and stuff are. There are several areas that, they might throw extravagant parties and different things along those lines. It's a larger city. And as you pull up to the cathedral there's a barracks next to it because the paladins have basically set up barracks or removed people to set up as close to the cathedral as possible. And they get out and they move her to a caged area, and so you're welcome to help. You're welcome to help us out, or just do some exploring of your own. As we're gonna go investigate some different rumors that we've heard.
Yeah, I'm all about investigating rumors, and I'm always looking to help. So yeah, where do you think I should go? I don't know this area. You know this area. Where should I go?
I haven't been up here too much, but I've heard there's some spirits and stuff coming from the graveyard, so that'd be a good thing to check out. I can send some people with you there. Otherwise, we're going to look for them werewolves that we keep hearing about. It's more in the outskirts, though.
Well, werewolves sound like trouble, so why don't you take your people? I'll investigate the graveyard and go from there and see what I can find out. Maybe there's a cause, some cursed ground, or who knows?
Do you need any of us going with you?
I don't think so. Well, I have. It's been a while. I've been traveling. I need to stretch my legs and kind of spend some time with Sarah and Ray.
Okay. You end up meeting. Hold on. Where is it? You end up meeting the assistant mayor, basically, Eldril Scythe. He's a high elf, and he's assistant to the mayor. You see him talking with... I have to learn all the names still, I'm sorry. You see him talking with... what is his name? There it is. Zaczo. And they appear to be going after the werewolves together.
All right. Good to know.
So, as you move into the city... Miss Rachel, you spend time, Davina, you spend time looking around the graveyard. You don't see anything remotely in regards to spirits or anything along those lines.
And I didn't figure I would.
You do spend some time praying there just to be sure.
And, I mean, granted, it's not a spell or anything, but can I tell if the ground, if the area is still, consecrated? Does it still have the...
I'm fairly certain that's one that you have turned.
It is.
I would hope so.
15.
All right. From what you can tell, there has not been any dark presence there. You do feel kind of some spirits of maybe some recently deceased that just haven't moved on, and you spend time praying that they would find their afterlife. But nothing sinister.
I was gonna say
Everything seems to be as a normal graveyard would.
Okay, good. So yeah, so there's still that kind of magical barrier around the outside. There's still that. I don't get that feeling that it's been desecrated.
Correct.
Okay.
So you wake up. Children are gone, and all you can feel is fury, anger. You know what they've become, but that doesn't mean it's okay for them to come into your house and take them from you. What do you do?
I'm not going to come back to the house, so is there anything useful to take?
So you gather up some throwing axes and other things that you might need. You also grab a couple of the stuffed toys that you had for the children. You also are able to retrieve a necklace that your sister had given you at one point in time. And then you move on. As you close the door, you see the little bit of claw marks and stuff that were on your bedroom door. You take a moment and just try to gather yourself, but just underneath is a bubbling rage as you are certain that they should not get away with this.
I'll close the door a little more firmly than it needs to be closed and walk out.
As you do, a shingle falls off the roof and you start walking towards Cheetah. As you're walking, you do notice the cart tracks that lead from your small family home leading towards Cheetah, and you realize that the kids must have been placed on a cart. You continue, and as you're entering the outskirts of Cheetah, you see Goen there. Is that how you're saying his name? Goen?
Whatever he calls himself works for me.
Okay. Ida, don't do this.
I'm just gonna eyes on the prize, walk past.
Okay. He rushes to catch up to you. Ida, they have the children. There's too many of them. You can't go in there like this. There has to be another way.
Said to take me along. They said no. I'll make sure they do.
Stop. Listen to me. There is other ways. And you're both continuing towards the cathedral area.
Were you offering to help?
I'm trying to keep you from getting yourself killed. And at this point in time, you've entered the courtyard. And Davina, you're there as well. As you are standing there, you see two young children in the back of their captured cart.
Who's captured cart?
The paladin's cart.
Mm.
They're caged and they are crying.
All right, I'll walk up to him and I'll hail the. Hey guys, I didn't know you guys were running a daycare. I didn't know that was one of the things we did here. That's exciting. Where'd you get these kids from? Where are their parents?
We suspect the parents to be werewolves themselves. These are their pups.
Pups. They look like kids. So, where are the parents and why do you have children?
Parents are gone. The children need to be kept safe.
I can agree with that. So let's start by making them feel better and feel safe by getting them out of the cage and getting them taken care of. I think we can agree with that. And I start to walk back behind and just like it's part of the thing.
And two of the paladins step in your way. We won't be doing that. These children are deadly creatures. Werewolves. One bite and they change into a werewolf themselves.
Hey kids, are you feeling very bitey? I don't see any ears that are furry. Or man, they look really like you guys scared of children. You guys are scared of children. I like ping on the like the big pauldrons. Just like Why? Why? Let's get him out of there. Let's get him taken care of. What's the problem here?
We're gonna ship them south. Get them back towards the port, and then probably into the castle. We have people there that can heal them.
So let me see if I'm getting this right. If there is dangers, is what you're saying. You're transporting dangerous creatures into a highly populated area. That makes perfect sense. So let's get them taken care of here, and let's see if we can really find out if they're werewolves or not.
And you've kind of started to gather a crowd at this point in time, and you're amongst them as you're getting closer. And going, listen, there is another way. There are people that can help you. They're obviously not going to kill the children right now. You have time. There's a group called the Ravens. I have a card. It will guide you there. It's probably the best chance you have to get these children back.
And in the meantime, when they're scared out of their wits because they don't have their mom or dad or me,
I'll do everything I can to travel with the cart. Even if that means getting captured myself.
that's kind of my plan.
And he transforms into a wolf.
Oh, Stormfather, let's back up a little bit.
So you back up a little bit, and he charges at the paladins. Very quickly, they knock him unconscious, and he reverts back to a human form. It seems we've got another one here, then. Put him with the children.
I take a step.
And on the ground where he had transformed is a raven's card. And the Leshy.
What are you doing here? I would stick him kind of here.
He is able to call the Leshy back and forth to him, so it's something that will disappear as he leaves the area. But he left the Leshy right next to the card so you would see it.
Thanks.
And the Leshy's wearing a braided crown of flowers that looks very familiar to something from your childhood.
Very handsome.
What would you like to do?
I'll stand off far away enough that I won't cause the children or go into hear any more trouble, but close enough where I can still see.
Okay. With that, they basically start to usher you into the cathedral. He's leading the way. Just can't get with the program.
Well, maybe that's because your program shouldn't be got with. I'm seeing a lot of issues that I'm not happy with. So, what's the deal?
Catalog his stuff and then we'll talk.
Whose stuff?
The werewolf. And they've got
Okay.
a bag of his stuff there.
All right. I don't see why this is my job, but okay. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to help. So I'll go off to the side and start going through the stuff.
Okay. What? Do you have occultism?
I do.
Roll occultism.
21.
Okay. So as you're going through his stuff, you too find a card.
All right.
And as you're studying, you flip it over, you flip it back, and it starts to glow, and you've attuned to it.
Interesting.
You don't know the meaning of it, but it is there.
Okay. What else is in the stuff?
Otherwise, he has some good berries and a little bit of travel food, and what appears to be a letter.
All right. I will. Is the letter sealed?
No.
All right. Then I'll read it.
All right, so you read it, and it speaks to Ida. Ida, I know that you may not agree with the decision I've made, but I will keep the children safe. Long enough for you to rescue us, at least. I hope to leave this letter behind with the Raven's card. Follow the path, and that'll lead you to where you need to go to find the help that you need. Don't let that little girl become a monster just like them.
All right, I will pocket the card and the letter, and then so you said it was good berries and what else?
Just like a dagger and some various other things, some travel food.
Okay, I will leave the food. I will pull anything that's dangerous out, and then so you said that he got put into the
Same cage as the
cage.
kids. Yep.
All right. Then I will go back out, and is there like a rack or like a weapons area in there? I'm sure.
Yeah.
So then I'll put the dagger in there with like a little piece of paper that has his name on it. That's his gets confiscated. Should be returned to him. And then I'll go back and put the bag in the cage with him and the kids.
Okay. At this point in time, they have healed him enough to where he is conscious. You don't seem to be like them.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm here.
The kindness is rare with these paladins.
Unfortunately, that's what I'm coming to find out.
And he quickly opens his bag. It's not here.
Anything that's not there, I've seen and taken care of, or will.
A card.
Yes.
And he pauses for a moment and like almost scans you over. Your aura is good.
Yeah, clerics and paladins should be that way, but speaking for myself, yeah.
They pretend to be, but they're merely pretenders.
Unfortunately, that's what I'm discovering as time goes by. You don't happen to know of, I know who they're pretending to be. Who are they when they're not?
I'm not sure, but they're not good.
Yeah.
You're going to need help.
Yeah, I'm picking up on that.
If you've figured out what that card is, follow the symbols.
Okay, I haven't exactly, but I have a good idea. And is there anybody I should be looking out for? Anybody in particular who might need a note or some talking to?
If you see a half-orc barbarian coming this way with an axe, please stop her. These are her nephew and niece.
Stop
that
her
right?
or redirect her?
Redirect. Yes.
Okay, I can do that.
Ida's her name.
All right.
She's fierce, but there's a kindness there. She would be one that would help you.
All right. Well,
I would not stay here long. They do not seem pleased with you.
Yeah, they're going to have to get over it. All right. I'm hearing that there's some people in a place with some... Oh, what do you say? Not, signs? Is that what he said? To follow the signs?
The symbols.
Symbols! There we go!
I believe they're
I'm looking
marks, technically, but yes.
Alright, I'm looking for symbols, I'm looking for signs, I'm looking for, lights and colors. Those are my favorite. Okay, yeah. Alright, we got a plan. Can I trust you to take care of these kids?
That's why I used my druid form as a wolf. They don't really know what werewolves are here, apparently.
That doesn't surprise me either, unfortunately.
Yes.
Are there werewolves here?
Yes, these kids are werewolves.
Okay, well, at least I didn't know that when I said they weren't.
And to be fair, I likely will be one soon, too.
Good to know. So, cure for lycanthropy is on my to-do list. Okay. Everybody likes having a to-do list. All right.
Sorry. I apologize. That hits close to home.
It does. It really does. And on that to-do list is make to-do list.
That's right.
That is,
So you can
that is
always cross
absolutely
the first
correct.
thing off. Everybody loves a feeling of accomplishment. All right. Well, I've done what I can here. We'll try to figure out what we can, and help where we may.
And with that, the paladins come back out looking for you. Why are you talking to them? You don't need to worry about them. I've gotten that taken care of.
And now so have I. So if these are just the couple that you've captured, I think I'll go off and look for the main nest. Yeah, werewolves live in nests, and I need to find where they're based.
Sounds like a great idea to me. And he whispers to a couple of his guards as he's walking back in.
Oh, so that he just turns away and goes,
Yep.
all right, well, I watch them go, and then I just kind of
Am I close enough to hear
Both of you
all
make
this, or
perception
no?
check.
Okay.
Yay, perception. I don't do very well.
23.
Okay, so yes, you were able to overhear most of that. The children at this point in time had kind of fallen asleep, just exhausted from their night, and yeah. So you were able to get close enough to hear some of what was said.
So 14. So
Okay. Unless she makes herself known, you didn't recognize or didn't see
didn't
her.
see her.
Yeah.
All right then.
Kart currently unguarded.
No.
Besides him, it's guarded.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, but just didn't have the guards that made him walk away originally.
All right, then I will start to make my way out the way the cart came in, I guess.
Okay. All right, so that starts heading you back towards where she is standing, and you pass by. She's still trying to keep herself relatively hidden, and start making your way east.
All right. Do I see her or does she follow me?
Not yet.
Nope.
Dang it, Beavis. You're not very... All right.
What are you doing?
As long as the cart's not moving, I'll take a look at the card he gave me.
Okay. So, looking at the card, do you have occultism or religion? You are a barbarian.
I farm stuff.
Well, you have one religion. You're not
I'm
trained,
not trained
in it, but
Alright.
+1 to it.
Go ahead and roll occultism.
What's this weird druid stuff? 9.
Okay, so staring at the card, it might mean something, but you aren't grasping what it means. You did overhear enough to know that he is at least, or she has at least gotten some sort of sense of it.
I'm a lady person.
Yes.
Okay.
With that, the guards come back out, Zaczo in tow, and they start to
I
move.
slip the hatchet out.
They get on the cart, and they start to move south.
And I throw it as hard as I can at the nearest tree and walk towards the road he left in.
Okay. Roll dexterity.
18.
Yeah, so you throw it, and it ends up hitting just like a small tree, but it starts a split in it.
I'm just gonna go. Stupid!
You are not an Asha. You can't do that.
So stupid! Yeah.
And that is what happens. You start to split the tree. If you guys come back here later, you'll notice that the tree has now grown into two that kind of from that split.
Was I far enough away to where I wouldn't have heard that?
Yes. Yep. So what are you doing?
I'm mumbling how stupid that move was and how angry just the whole way as I'm walking the street. I'll keep my eye out for anybody who looks like
Okay.
not, I don't know,
So
paladins
roll
or fancy
perception.
people. Yeah. Man, same roll. 25.
Same roll, vastly different.
No, I mean I've gotten 17 3 times. That's fine.
So as you're starting to walk back that direction, you notice that the 2 guards that were with Zaczo are now not in their chainmail and such, but are wearing just everyday clothes and seem to be following somebody. The one that returned stuff to Goen.
Well, neither of them look like Pete, do they?
No.
Alright. Weird. Just keep. I mean, I'm gonna try to stay out of their sight too, but. Yeah.
Alright. And we're going to pause with you guys. Ikadora. Let's go. After being sent away from your position and home at Arkdale Keep, you head to the outskirts of the keep, no longer welcome in the city. You notice that the paladins that the king has ordered to come to the island are outside of Fable Park. So Fable Park is right on the outskirts. It was originally set up like a circus, and it is a theme park basically now. So it has circus elements as well as dinosaur exhibits, and it is known to have, I actually named the track, the famous racetrack Dryad's Rally.
I just really want to do Mario Kart.
It still could happen.
For our listeners who might not understand, we established the lore of Mario Kart within this world in episode 1 of last chapter.
Yeah, we established that it's like a steam cart type thing, but there are power-ups and other things that you can happen, and that there are several tracks all over the world, and it was mentioned that the Alisador has one.
Yep.
And it does.
What is the name of the overall amusement park?
It is
Fable Park.
Fable Park. So as you have walked out, you hear them talking, and they are
Who is they?
the paladins. They've been ordered to round up anyone suspected of witchcraft or the occult. And then we'll pause with you. We're coming back to you.
Okay.
Very soon, don't worry. Key 2. You awake to the sound of someone attempting to open the pavilion tent. Several of you have taken up residence just inside the tent area. It rotates, so you have your own like tent area or cabin type thing, but you rotate watch basically. So every once in a while, it's your turn to be in the main tent, and you sew it up from the inside using some rope to help keep everyone out, to keep people from taking supplies or anything from the tent.
And this is within Fable Park area?
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
So roll perception.
It is a 19.
Okay.
Or 18, sorry.
You're starting to hear different screams and such from the outside, and it appears that somebody's attempting to cut through the main port or main opening of the tent.
Oh, okay.
Now, being that you guys have all been carnies at one point in time or another, you also know where the quick escape areas are.
All right, I will run out of the back way, I guess.
Okay. So, using one of the quick escapes, roll athletics or acrobatics.
20, not natural.
Okay. So, you are able to slip through and crawl out of the other side. And as you come out of the opening, you see an older elf woman that you know as Sylvie. And she appears to be struggling to get away.
Struggling how?
It looks like she might have twisted her ankle or
Okay.
her leg somehow.
All right. Sylvie!
Oh,
Are you okay?
I hurt myself and we need to get out of here.
What's going on?
They're rounding us all up. I don't know why.
Who's they?
The paladins. They came this morning. And you've interacted with some of the paladins before.
Yeah,
They've not been pleasant. They've not been unpleasant towards you, but they've certainly not been pleasant.
Yeah.
They do not know about your other side. You've kept that pretty much hidden from them. But they've seen you at least in your human form. And yeah, they know that you have magical abilities at least.
Yeah. Okay.
They seem to be running. And you see her pause.
Are you okay?
And her eyes glaze over for a moment. I need my cards. Take me to my tent.
All right, let's go.
So you start moving towards her tent, and over the top of it, it says, the Diviner of the Fates. And she's the fortune teller for the park. So you help her inside, and you draw the curtain behind you, and you throw a couple, you move a table and such over in the way, so at least it's blocking if anyone comes through. Sit, my boy, sit. This is important. You must know. You must know now.
Know what?
And she quickly grabs her deck. She shuffles it. The fates have spoken.
Oh, that's
First,
interesting.
the past. This is a chaotic card. It represents arcane knowledge. And even the eccentric. This speaks to you.
I think it does. I like that.
And now, the present. The sickness.
Don't like that.
This is a neutral evil card. It represents corruption, famine, plague, pestilence, and disease. There's something that plagues this land. And it could be the paladins or something even worse. And now the future. The twin. This is a neutral card. The doppelganger represents duality of purpose or identity, or indecision. It also means that the future is split. It could be one of two things. Where are we at? Okay. It could be the tyrant. This is a lawful evil card. It represents a ruler who harms those he rules. Or it could be the owl. A neutral card of wisdom. It represents the harsh wisdom of the natural order. The owl holds a needle that can bind life together or pick it apart. And for a moment you see her. And she grabs some ink. And her eyes roll back in her head as she's drawing. The crows. While this card is not truly representative of what it should be, it should be closer to the ravens. Find that group. They are the ones that will make the difference between the tyrant and the owl.
I see. Okay. Well, Sylvia, I don't think I've ever seen you quite do something like this before. This is quite interesting.
So, she has been known to be an oracle of sorts. Most of the time, she's just reading people's reactions and playing off of them. But every once in a while, she seems to have a moment that she might be the real deal. And this is the first time you've truly seen
Yeah.
that. And she goes, you need the sight. And she grabs some ink and splashes it in your face.
Oh, I think that was a little uncalled for, but okay.
And for a moment, you see the raven over your eye.
Okay.
And you blink. It's gone. You now also have Raven's... What Raven's
Raven
sight?
sight.
Yes.
Should I put that on my sheet? Or is that?
It's not a.
I didn't think so.
It's a
Okay.
general ability that most of you are going to get.
I figured. Are you sure you're okay, Sylvie?
If you were to make it out, you need to go now. Go to them now. Go.
We're
Go.
All right.
And she points to the back entrance, and you're able to exit through there.
All right.
So, as you exit, there's a map of the park, kind of, and
You are here.
you see a outline of the raven that you saw on your eye for a moment, and it's on the compass. And it says on the end of the compass for north.
Okay. Cool. I will sprint north.
Okay.
Can I roll perception to see like what's surrounding
Yep.
as well? That is a 7.
Okay. So you're in the carnival area.
Perception?
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Oh. I thought I saw a 7 on there. I was like,
No, that's a 1. Yeah.
okay.
So you know that you're running through the carnival area. Roll stealth as well.
It's a 16.
Okay. So you're moving through it. You are able to slow down for a moment, and you start to kind of blend in. You're a human after all. You're easily overlooked. As you continue on, you are able to make it past the guards and out towards the entrance. Standing to the side of the road, you notice a tiefling woman standing there.
Okay.
Kind of observing as to what's going on. Both of you roll perception.
16.
Ooh, 24. Natural 20 plus 4.
Okay. So for a moment, you look at each other, and a soul gaze takes place. So you're two sorcerers.
Meant for each other.
Two sorcerers that have noticed each other and noticed that you both have similar power. In doing so, for a moment, you blink, and you see a raven over your eyes as well now. And then it breaks, and then you stand there awkwardly for a moment. What would you like to do?
All right. I will just go up to.
I'm pretending this didn't happen.
Okay. And I
She's
will.
much older
I'm
than
desperately
Yeah.
trying to get the stogie to light again, but it won't.
you.
I'll go up to her and be like, "Hey, so that was a little awkward and weird, wasn't it? Well, I've never experienced something quite like that. I felt some sort of weird. I don't know how to explain it, and I saw a raven. Did you experience that as well? What do you think?
I don't know too much about your feelings. I'm not sure really what's going on here, but I didn't like it.
Oh well.
Your arm begins to itch.
Excuse. It's a normal. It's a condition. You're gonna have to excuse me.
Okay. Do you know what's going on around here?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but there's screams right now,
It's
and
pretty normal.
well, not. I mean, I live here, and I've never experienced this before. So,
Also,
you experience screams where you are. Where are you from?
I am, well,
From Arkdale Keep here. This is where you
yeah,
live.
it's a long story. I've been here for a long time. Magic family and all that. Paladins came in. Now we're out here. Now I meet you. Awkward stare like high school lovers. Not a big fan.
Okay,
I
well,
love this.
Yeah.
that's
Congratulations.
okay. Well, I don't know what is your business here right now?
What is my business?
Well, I mean, I
I
work
get
here.
thrown out of a court. I'm standing here, and then some young buck makes lovey-dovey eyes at me.
I don't think
My
that's what that
stogie
was.
doesn't light, my skin itches, and you come talk to me.
I mean, I
This
thought
itch
that was
will
kind of a-
not let up.
I think it's getting worse, kid.
Maybe you're allergic to a good sense of humor. I don't know.
Well, it ain't yours.
Well, I guess we're at a standstill. Good day to you. I guess.
I was standing still,
I didn't
and then
notice that.
you did the thing with the
I don't know if I
Who are
necessarily
you?
initiated that. My name is Kitu.
Nah.
You
What?
can call me Kitu, though.
Kitu.
If it's a little easier for you, my
name
might
is-
be a little too hard. I don't know.
My name's much better. It's Ikadora.
That's a lovely name.
It is beautiful.
Sounds like my grandmother's name. You know.
What? You who?
My grandmother.
Do you know how old I am? I ain't your grandmother.
Oh well, how old are you then?
I'm old enough for you not to ask that question.
Fair enough. Well, okay.
Kitu, it's been great. You're great. Your eyes ain't bad.
You're a little confusing there, Fedora.
I think I'm just kind of internally conflicted with what just happened. And I'm trying to process a lot of things right now.
I can understand that. I'm glad.
My skin's itching. The stogie. Again, the eyes. Did you see the bird? I got the bird. Not
Yes.
the bird, but the bird.
Yes, I did see that, and that's actually kind of what I'm looking for.
Oh.
I don't know if that's the same.
You're looking for the bird?
Yes, I think
Did you try
the
a mirror?
Ravens. Have you heard of them?
No.
I haven't either. So
I've seen them. Wait. What? You
I don't know.
this podcast was supposed to be scary.
We'll get there, I'm sure.
Have you heard of the Ravens? Oh, me neither.
No, I haven't until now.
I just saw one. Maybe two. I don't know. It was. Where are you going?
Roll a charisma check. Just him.
Just him. Okay.
Actually, no, both of you can.
Oh, what's that?
Alright.
That's a 9.
Am I rolling just straight charisma? Okay, that's a 9 as well.
Of course you would.
Nothing
You're meant
happens.
for each other.
Nothing happens.
I was not meant for them. Well,
What I meant to say is I don't know exactly what the Ravens are, but I have heard of them. I don't know if you've been to the seer in the area, Sylvie, but she told me about them. Told me to go look at them, and
I
then
don't
she
do the mumbo
she threw some weird things in my eyes, and I saw a bird, and then I saw you, and then I saw a bird. So maybe there's a connection. I don't know.
Kid,
That's where I am right
how
now.
old are you?
I'm 30 years old.
Your mama teach you much?
A lot, actually. Yes.
Did you just listen to what you told me?
Yeah. Yes.
You went to a carnival. You saw a seer. She threw some stuff in your eyes. You saw a bird.
Okay, it's a first time for me too. Okay.
I'm just making sure it's not a normal thing for you.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Normally, I'd be on stage, doing this, and I just like shoot a little bit of flame in the air, doing this, and doing some cool stuff. And
You're a performer.
yes, I'm gonna actually roll performance right now, and that is a 27, and I'm going to do a little performance for you. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to
Oh, yeah, they're capturing people. Also-
summon my wisp and have it go in the air and like burst in a firework.
Which type?
Which type?
Yes.
Oh, it's it's going to be an electric wisp.
Alright.
Have it go bzzz, and then at the same time I'm going to cast elemental on myself so that like there's like wind flowing around me when I do this.
Okay.
You see, this is what I do. I mean the children
You're
love
very
it.
impressed. It was a very good.
Yes, you are very impressed, by the way.
I'm not gonna lie there, Kitu.
In fact, you are actually fascinated. Is the actual
I kind of have a little bit more appreciation for the eye thing we had a few moments ago. You have to see it now.
well, I could be of service.
Where, can you rephrase the of service of which you can be?
Depends, I suppose. In this case, the service was fascinating you through my skill and amazing wonder.
So we're done here, is what you're saying.
That's up to you, I suppose. I mean, I'm going to be looking
I
for
just
these
want a
ravens.
podcast of you two. I don't need anything else.
I'm gonna be looking for these ravens. I don't know if you're doing the same.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of curious about the thing that kind of flashed into my face.
I mean, it sounds like you
Weird.
got banished or kicked out. So what else do you got to do?
That you're not incorrect.
Roll perception.
You know, it's an 18.
Good gracious, that's a 5.
Okay.
My sight's going a little
So
on me.
you do notice
you're just
that
fascinated.
on one of the road signs, because you're basically at the entrance of the main city or castle and keep area, as well as now where the carnival is, just on the outskirts. The sign that says north has a raven symbol on it.
Oh.
On top of that, the clouds begin to unnaturally start to move in.
Interesting.
You feel arcane energy in the air. And for a moment, when you look up, the clouds seem to be emanating from above the castle. And it pushes out to cover the canopy. For as far as you can see, it is now dim to low light.
This just happened.
This just happened.
Okay.
And it is morning.
Okay.
Did you see us say anything about that?
No, that is interesting.
And where all of you are, it is. So, some of you, it has already happened. For you, it's probably already happened as you're traveling. The two of you, while you're in the city, it happens.
Well, I don't know if you see that over there, but on that sign pointing north, there's the raven. So I'm going to follow that. You're welcome to join me if you'd like. You can stay here. Up to you. But this is really weird, and I'm going to go this way.
I'm gonna follow.
All right.
A little at like a safe distance.
Fair enough. Let's go.
Okay.
Your arm is still super itchy.
Is this normal for you?
All the time.
Okay.
For a very long time. It's a long story. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Sometimes it's the arm.
So it feels like something's moving underneath your sleeve. You don't have to tell them.
Yeah, no,
you don't see
I'm
that.
going forward now.
If you ever notice where I seem to break out in spastic itching, I'm fine. Just trust me.
Sure. I mean,
I expect that I'll be tagging along for a little bit, and I'm a strange person.
okay, well, I mean, that makes two of us, because I would like to consider myself a little bit strange.
Yeah,
here
with
now.
the whole thing, it's
Okay,
fascinating.
it's fascinating. It's a good word. to
It's
use.
not typical. Nor is my bodily itch.
It's a different kind, but sure.
That's a different kind of itch. Or-
Fascinating.
Okay,
Anyway.
okay. Yes. Maybe. Anyway, let's go. Let's just 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot,
All right.
however many foots you got. Let's
Didn't
go.
you say you were going to be a little bit behind me?
Okay, well, you stopped to listen to what I had to say. I'm sorry I confused you. I know you're young. You'll figure it out. Let's go.
All right. So at some point in time, you do look at your arm as you're like, and as you do, the stuff that's normal there has made a raven symbol
Oh, interesting.
that you had seen in your eye.
Well, that's a new one.
Whatever has blessed you with this wants you to go that direction.
This is a little bird, like doing animation.
So for a second it blows out. It's the map of the thing, and then it's just you see your
Just
feet.
trotting on. Fine. I'm coming. I
It's
say
like,
this audibly.
it's like the guy from Moana. Has his tattoos, and he's like,
His
"Get
tattoos,
out of
yeah.
here."
Except eczema.
Sort of.
Sort of. All right. So, the two of you, you are making your way out of town now.
All right.
That was semi a question as well.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I will go.
So they gave you directions as to where, basically, the hut was that they, or the house was that they confiscated the kids.
Okay.
As your werewolf starting point to get you out of their hair.
As one does.
Yeah. I like that you play your character pretty much the entire time.
Method.
It's also nice that my throat hurts. So I don't feel like saying anything. It's great.
Do you need another cough drop?
No, it's good. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause, I've got several, right?
What
Right
flavor
here.
are they?
Cherry.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I will wait a little longer.
As I don't really have a better place or a better direction to go, I won't go that way. But knowing that they are probably trying to set me up, I will do so with maximum circumspection there. And
Alright.
just
Roll perception.
Also, the people I saw behind them, are they paladins or are they regular town guards?
They're paladins. Yeah.
that is a 23.
Okay. So yeah, you know that you're being followed.
Figures.
Twicely
Alright.
so.
Alright, so I hear two people back there.
Two groups.
Groups.
You see a group of people that you recognize to be paladins following you, and then you've noticed that there seems to be someone further back following as well. But far enough back that you can't quite make them out.
Got it. Alright. I will get far enough out of town to where I'm confident that it's just to where they can't easily conjure help, I guess, or to where they can't get it. And then I'll just turn around and go, okay, I tried to help, and now I'm tired of this. This is a farce, so let's finish what you guys came to do.
Okay. Roll initiative.
What is my initiative?
I'm so mad at these people.
That'll be
Perception, survival.
either intimidation or diplomacy, whichever you choose.
I don't have either one, so 6.
6. Okay.
Good job, kid.
So we're not going to do like a full combat sheet,
Oh yeah.
but you are in combat.
And I'm far away, so it'll probably take me
okay.
a while to get there. But I would have my hatchet out. I'd be closing.
You're not super far away. You're
Oh,
probably.
okay.
I mean, you're
I
within.
mean, you're close enough to where I could spot you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty big. I'm not hard to spot. Do you want me to roll too, or wait and see how this plays?
They will get around, and then I'll have you roll. If you're choosing to help.
Well, I
I
love
mean, they're
an
paladins
excuse to
that you
beat
don't
this
really
paladin
like,
up.
so
Yeah.
All right. So the first guard, they're going to both draw their swords. The first one is going to move up to you.
I was gonna say when I challenged them, I had I got my shield.
Yeah, I
in
figured
my
you
hand
pretty much
now.
turned around and you're like, all right, let's have at
That's
it.
right. I'm done mucking around with you.
So both these guards have shrugged off their armor, so they are going to be a lot easier to hit. They're basically wearing their under tunic, and they had put on a cape of sorts, or not a robe,
Cowl.
like a cowl. Yeah, just to, this will help us stay hidden as we are to come and kill you. So they both draw their swords, and they do have a dagger on them as well. The first one charges at you, and will attempt to hit you. And that will be a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
They rolled very high.
Sounds like it.
And that will be 3 damage
Oh boy.
as he strikes you with his sword. And he's going to, so he swings down with one hand and comes back with a cross attack. And that is a natural 20.
Oh boy.
So that will be,
So Davina dies.
that is 10 damage.
All right.
So he comes back and slices at you and ends up nicking your arm pretty good. And it is your turn.
So both of them, or that was just the one guy?
Just the one moved. And attack.
All right. Well, then I will.
See, I even got Josh into combat, which is his favorite.
That is my favorite thing. Okay, cool. I take a second, I shake it off, and basically I concentrate for just half a beat, so one action. And as I start to spin my hammer, and it starts to crackle, and just
I
come
forgot you have
around
that cool hammer.
and uppercut
Okay.
and attack. With
That will hit.
a lot.
Yeah, what is a lot?
25.
That hits. Just missed.
Oh, sad day. So that is. Oh, I'll move this. Probably should have just dumped all these out earlier.
Yay, dice!
It's the best thing. I forgot to roll them all.
That's
right. Alright, so there's that.
Believe in the heart of the dice.
There's that. So he will take 10 damage.
Alright.
And let's see. That probably doesn't work that way. I'll basically, so I hit him, and then I'll just basically keep the hammer swinging.
Okay. Are you going to attack a second time? Because I believe your charge up thing is.
Oh, it's for the.
round.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, it's for the
Yep.
it's for the one round. So you're right. I may as well. That's going to be a 16.
That will hit. Just barely.
Ugh. That is 8 damage. No, I'm sorry.
My pencil lead broke.
Yeah, 8 damage.
8 damage. Not bad. So guard 2 is going to move up and attempt to get into flanking, but he can't quite make it. And he is going to. What's your AC?
It is. So I have my shield raised, so it's 20 right now.
Cool. He's going to miss critically. So he's going to drop his sword. So he came in and just as he swung, as he swung his sword, it slipped out of his hand and ends up in the ground next to your feet. And with that motion, he just grabs his dagger from his belt. But that will be all of his moves.
All right.
Roll perception. For your entry to this battle.
Ooh, 27.
It is now your turn.
Sweet. Well, I'd like to get close to whoever's closest to me.
Yep. So you have the 2 guards will basically be between you and Davina.
Oh, sweet. Flanking. And then I'll just take my hatchet and just try to hit somebody in the back.
Going with the hatchet, huh?
Yeah, I know. I still got it.
Okay.
So,
She's gonna split the back like she did the
not
tree.
great. 16.
That'll hit.
Alright.
Which guard are you attacking?
The
The one that's already been hurt some, or
yeah, the one who just
Okay.
dropped a sword. That seems.
the one that
Nice.
just dropped the sword? Okay.
And that's 8 damage.
All right.
And
So one more thing you can do.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit him with the other guy
Okay,
this first time. And that is 17.
that will hit.
Same damage to him, 8.
All right, so as Josh can see how much health they have left,
I won't tell.
which is generally why I like to have it on the computer because I know Josh is a filthy cheater.
Who's cheating?
He's a
I didn't tell
strategic
anybody
gazer.
about it.
So guard 1 is not looking very good. So as you come up, you come down with a hatchet on 1, and that's as he's drawing out his dagger, you clip him in the shoulder here and do a decent amount of damage. And then you just continue through that shoulder, basically cutting off part of the top of the shoulder here, and drive it into the thigh of guard 1. And
Then I'm gonna
At
yell
this point in time,
and yank it out if I can.
okay, so you roll a d4. 2? Okay. So I'm going to say that as you rip it out, because you are just so angry right now still, you do an extra couple points of damage ripping it out of his thigh. And he now is not able to put any weight on it. His movement's been cut in half. Guard 1 is going to attempt to run away. So he hobbles about 30 feet away and leaves his buddy to his own methods. Davina.
Well,
This ain't worth it. Where did she come from?
But bigger than that.
She's just
Wrong character.
Throwback.
Wrong character.
so that changes that. Sorry, give me a second. I want to make sure I'm not breaking any rules with my person.
Since when have we cared about that?
Oh, I don't believe
this game has rules.
that. You've been attacked, so she would not be frustrated with you killing somebody that
That attacked
running
me?
away. Yeah.
And who is pretending to be her person. If anything,
Yeah, I don't believe that you're in anathema or whatever it's called.
anathema? Yeah.
Yes, anathema.
Alright then, let me look at this. There we go. Alright, well, it's time to learn some things. So I basically reach out towards the one that's going away with my buckler hand, and a ray of golden light streaks out.
Okay.
And
Yours is more about not desecrating bodies and stuff like that.
right,
Yeah, you're fine.
and we'll hit
Okay.
with a 26.
And this is one that's running.
Yes.
That is crit.
So it's
Running. Relative term. Hobbling at half speed.
Yeah.
He's basically laying down to die.
So, well, what it's good. So that's the one thing I was reading at is it's good energy.
Mhm.
So if it's a good person, I don't know if it does damage.
He's not good, but he's neutral.
Right. So
There's some other ones that are most definitely going to be evil, but this one is neutral.
spell casting ability modifier. I don't know.
Wisdom
Ooh.
Is it always wisdom?
for
Nice.
him.
Your
Your
Charisma, yes.
So
Thankfully.
You're like, oh no!
I'm like, I'm -1.
that is
That's great.
that is 13 damage.
And that will take him out. How do you kill him?
So I figure it basically just laser, just core right to like about fist sized hole right through back to front.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. So just
Way to go,
and
Piccolo.
collapses to the ground in front of him.
See? Learning experience. And
She's so happy about it.
that's right. So tell me, is that 2 actions or 1?
2 actions.
2 actions.
Yep.
And so 2 actions. So then I look at the other guy, and I just have a grin on my face as I try to hit him.
Okay.
That is a 15.
That will miss.
Boo.
All right. So the guard is.
So I basically zap that guy, and then I come back with the swing, and just I guess he tips back and just barely misses him.
Yep. And he.
So then I use the momentum to now spin and face him directly. Now he's got my full attention.
And he just drops his knife. I don't want any of this.
I'll pick him up by the feet and slam him back on the ground.
Okay.
And I
Unless you
basically
stop me.
no, I stop you. I'm like, hey, he gave up. He gave up.
I'll just trip him if I can.
Sorry, what'd you do?
Oh, I mean, I'm still gonna pull his feet out from underneath my.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, good. Don't hurt him.
Roll a d6.
4.
I mean, you can hurt him. Just don't kill him.
He hits the ground pretty hard.
Okay. So I prepare. Basically, I prepare chill touch, and I get down in his face, and I go, "You're gonna tell me all of the things. Are you ready?"
Hurt him, Jesus. I'll step on his back for good measure.
Well, what do you want to know?
I want to know who you actually worship, because it's definitely not Sarah and Ray. Why you're here? Not right now. It's obvious why you're here right now. And who's in charge and who they report to.
Zaczo's in charge. I have no god that I serve.
Ah, that's unfortunate for you. And let's see, what else? So what just happened a minute ago with all the ominous clouds and all that good stuff?
I thought that was your doing. You're the one with the magic.
My doing.
That's a sign of Gozra's displeasure.
Ah, goes right. Yeah, we don't want to piss them off. Okay. Do you know this young lady? Because you've done something that she's not happy with.
I do not know her.
Ida, I presume? Cool. Well, that's one thing off of that to-do list.
What?
Let's see. What else? What do you know about the assistant mayor? Who else? Yeah.
I just got here. I rode in with Zaczo. I rode in with you. I was told to kill you. I did not succeed.
No, you didn't.
No, I
and
didn't.
now you've given me a problem. All right, and
I don't know if we have a problem. It's
If he's a problem, just say the word. I'll
a
take care of it.
solution that has yet to occur. I will leave here, and I will never see you again.
okay. And if you do, I'll kill you.
And so will I, so you'll be double dead. I don't even know if that's a thing, but it would hurt.
If what I hear about this island, it definitely is a thing.
Can I go now?
I'll have your word. Not just your word, your word. And so, like, I want him to swear.
Sure. You have my word.
Okay, cool. And so I will.
He has no god that he serves. So.
Yeah, he doesn't. He just swears at you.
Hey, whatever works for him. Okay. And then I let him go.
I don't.
Okay.
You're going to let him go.
Well, yeah. He said he
Tried
was
to
going to
kill
kill me.
you.
A lot of people try to kill me. As long as they try not again, it's fine.
What did you do?
What didn't I do?
I don't know. I just met you.
No. New friends are great, aren't they?
Oh, jeez. And I'll just start dragging this guy back towards
Why?
the
Let him go. I told him we would let him go.
He told you.
He did. He
He'll
gave
never
us,
see you again.
And that's good enough for me. I mean, if it makes you feel better, isn't this island danger enough? He's probably going to die on his own. And isn't that worse than anything that you or I are going to do to him?
I don't think so.
Besides, your friend wanted you to not
You take
be
2
a...
points of damage as he slices your arm in an attempt to escape.
That's nice.
Oh, man. See, now...
That's really
He said he
nice.
was going to hurt you.
See, but I consider her an ally, so...
I just try
It
to
was your
hold
turn.
back a rage. I just try to hold it back. but that's okay. We'll just hold him out by his throat at arm's length.
I cast Forbidding Ward on you and him.
What does that do?
So basically, just think of it as like there's now a soft white glow comes up on you, and then kind of a dark light comes over him, and now you have +1 against his attacks and saving throws against everything he tries to do to you.
This is weird.
I know,
This
pretty
is
cool,
really
isn't
weird
it?
day. Does this mean I can kill him now?
Yes.
Alright, I'll just slam him back on the ground and see if it does it.
At this point in time, you're going to end him, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So how do you want to do it?
I'm just push him back, and it's kind of like Hulk and Loki moment, honestly.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not.
So-
like
So
that
you
was
just
bad.
power slam him from the throat down, and that crushes his windpipe, and he ceases to exist.
I'm not trying to make it dramatic. I just want to
Yep,
get it.
that's it. Just very straight to the point.
Well, I put him down.
Glad that's so.
They call me the Enforcer.
Can we start with how you know my name? That's a little creepy to me.
I hand you this letter and I pull out a basically a healing kit. I was like, read this and I'll fix that. And so
That's okay. I prefer not.
okay, fine. And then so I fix myself.
Okay.
What is
I'll read the letter.
And you know what the letter had said.
Yeah. That is a 26 for medicine check for battle medicine, so
That will pass.
I get a 2d8 plus 10. I'm good at what I
The
do.
baseline, and you get what 1d8 and +5 or something like that, and then if you
If I
succeed by an additional 5, it does more. Yep.
yeah, if I get a 20, I get a
Yeah, it's 2d8 plus.
that,
Yep.
and it's even more if I got higher.
Yep.
So I'm back to full health.
There you go.
Well,
See, that could have been you. Sure, you don't want me to look at that?
that's okay. I don't know you.
Well, not yet, new friend, but sounds like we're gonna have to work together. Because you got one of these, right? I hold up the Raven card.
Yeah, business card or something. I don't know. It's weird in me out.
Yeah, so all of your paladin friends,
Like
these
you?
guys, I am not a paladin.
You look like one. You got your fancy symbols and stuff.
I do have fancy symbols, but those guys are dicks.
Figured that out.
Yeah, so not a paladin. I do healing, and yeah. So plus they're not who they say they are. That should be readily apparent.
You're new here, aren't you?
Very much so.
Okay. We've all known this since they got here.
Well, I'm here to fix that.
Sweet. And I'll just. Where do we go?
Well, we're supposed to follow these.
Yep. I can't. It's just a card.
Read. It's okay. I'll help. So I just
So you start pointing out some of the symbols, and as he's pointing it out, you're gaining the knowledge that you need, and then you now have the Raven's Mark. How do you do it?
I assume that she can't read.
I figured he assumed I couldn't read.
And just like making the C is for cat and A is for arcana and and just like actually
I'm just dead staring him. I'm not really looking at the card.
and it is completely washing off. I am oblivious that I think I am helping. I am loving this
I just imagine you like next to her with like a storybook, and you're
Yeah.
like flipping the
That's
pages
right.
of the storybook.
It's like, aren't these colors pretty? They
So
all work
bright.
together.
It's
This is my favorite
Ex-
author.
Exactly. Like 100% like kindergarten teacher just loving this chance to teach somebody something.
Yeah.
Roll perception.
24.
So as you had finished your night hike, you were getting ready to bed down for the day, and that is when the cloud cover came. And you're like, oh, well, I'm this close now. I might as well finish out the trek.
Weather term for the better.
And as you exit the woods, you see the two of them going over basically what he's doing, directing her to the card.
I'm impervious to sarcasm. It's one of my superpowers.
Don't worry, I don't get it either.
Can I hear what he's saying?
Yes.
Okay. So, and I see the card and everything.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and the card is glowing from the raven symbol where he's holding it up.
Okay. I'll kind of like, I don't know, I've got like my coat and my hood and my hat and everything. I kind of like, just kind of like pull everything a little bit tighter, right? So it's basically just my face that's, and so I just kind of like sidle up real slow and real innocent. And it was like, g'day, fellow travelers.
Well, hey, friend.
You're friendly enough for the both of you. I see.
Usually.
It's a little lesson we've got going on. Some education, if you will.
That's right. It's a secret.
Oh. I'll just kind of flash the card and it was like,
Oh no.
Oh, man.
just like kind of tuck it. It was like, it's a big day for all of us, I guess.
I know. Secrets for everybody.
So, where are you going?
That's what I'm trying to
I don't know. We're going to follow the signs on the card. You have one, so I don't need to point it out to you. Be careful with her. She can't read. And so...
And I'm just going to tune everything out and start looking for symbols around the area.
The wonderful art of literature and reading.
That's super important.
Yes. I'm glad that we have quite the trip.
Where are we going?
Much.
And who are you?
Sorry. My apologies. And I will... The name is Javeniel.
Davina?
Yes, Javeniel Salathenian Estrugio Geltinas. Pleasure to meet you.
Davina. This is Ida. Feel free to ignore her
I
attitude.
just don't make eye contact.
She's super nice once you get to know her.
Oh. Okay.
I'm waiting on that.
I just-
myself.
Just for reference, though, like, I might laugh. He is pretty, like, calm demeanor. Like, very...
She never smiles either. I can't help it. Y'all are funny.
Like polite and polite smile, but he's also a 100-plus-year-old elf and just kind of, very polite, but, steady.
Is it easy to tell you're an elf, or is it?
I've got the ears.
But you have the hood up, so we
I
can...
was gonna say, you
not
got
a
a lot
hood,
of
I've got a
stuff
hat.
on.
Oh, I thought you had a hood.
Yep. So, like, I've got, like, a jacket on with, like, the, the lapels up and everything and a hat on, but no hood.
Oh, I don't think we went around and actually described what we look like, did we?
We haven't gotten to that yet.
Oh, boy.
So, what are you guys doing then?
So are you the ravens we're supposed to meet?
No. I'm kind of new to this whole ravens thing.
Well, we're newer than you are, so we will take any guidance you can offer.
My card says that away.
Cool.
At this point.
Can I tell which way
Finally.
mine goes?
So,
You pointing?
the maps are... Yeah, the map brought him to where you guys are, and now this is like a starting point. So
In that direction.
I reach out and just snag the bag. Come on, wait a minute.
Don't.
Well, and then let's pull. Okay, all right. Well, let's everybody cards out, kind of thing. Like, let's all put the cards in the middle.
Oh, you're like a mosaic map? That's so
Is this
That
so
or
weird?
Let's
all
do.
their powers combined.
It's a tile map.
So, when you get a glance at her card specifically, it actually has more of the forest area to the east of where that is. And your card would be very similar as well, because it was given to a person specifically that's already in the area.
Got it.
Whereas your card was more away, and your guys' cards were far away.
All right, well, do you know where this area is? I point on there where the
Do I
And
know
I
this area
can
is?
see what's on theirs. As well,
Yep.
Just to.
Yep.
It's not like personal.
Nope.
Just clarifying. And so I'll kind of like pull it out and then. Do I have Do you have like my supplies and like my notebook?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll pull out like my notebook and like my map and kind of cross reference like that way.
See, you're already being helpful. Let's go.
Great job.
So weird.
And I mean that dead serious. Like I have no idea. Like is like apparently she's being helpful.
Alright, so as you start
anything
making,
useful with a more clear brain than I should ransack from my house before we go? Any supplies?
you've
Nothing?
gotten, you took basically what you have now,
Okay.
your adventurer's kit and all that. You've taken it with you. All right. As you all are moving through the woods towards Jita, you do notice. Well, roll perception. Let's see if you notice or not. Otherwise, you make it all the way to Jita.
21.
I've got 9.
15.
14.
Was this all of us?
Yeah,
or all of us to you?
yeah, you guys do.
Rolling similar to me.
16.
Okay. So
Oh, it wasn't just them. It was.
Yeah, all of you.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So the two of you start to notice the trees that are to your north as you are coming up from. So if you're looking at the map,
I am, okay.
so the castle would be to your east over here. It's in the woods. Jita would be up here in the north, in the western part of the northern area. So you are traveling this way. As you get about halfway, you start to see marks on the trees that are the Raven's marks, an arcane mark. And you start to follow that basically off the beaten path.
Okay.
You all are moving east from Jita, and it starts to turn a little south. And roll survival.
Everybody?
Yep, everybody.
Everybody.
21.
Natural 20.
21 as well.
Non-natural 20.
6.
What was yours?
21 as well.
Okay, it's a good thing he's leading. So,
Good job.
all of you are starting to follow the marks. And it ends up being about a day's journey from where all of you were. You're starting to get a little tired at this point in time. But you come across a small cliff outcropping. And about midway up, you see one more mark. And this one's much larger than the others. At this point in time, the two of you are arriving from the south, and you guys are arriving from the west, all about the same time. And you make contact.
No. There's more people.
I mean, it's a pretty big island with there's a lot of the population here is decent.
I don't.
You guys have not seen people all day, so it's like
I don't need you to explain to me population density.
You guys see anything on the cliff?
The big bird there?
Okay, good. Ravens?
I believe so. I'm not quite sure.
I mean, you're not ravens, obviously, but that's why we're here.
I pull my sleeve back just a little bit just to make sure it is in fact the same symbol and that we're not in like the wrong space.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you do, you check it for a moment, and then it dissipates.
Well, I guess here we are. And there you are. And
well.
here we still are. All of us together now.
Oh, okay.
You have to excuse him. He's not good with the people.
Apparently not. I'll let you guys figure that out. And so I start to climb up.
All right, so this is where we're going to pause, and this is where you guys get to tell each other what you look like.
All right, do I get to start?
Yep.
All right, so I am wearing, about like, just 5 foot nothing. Just think of Murphy, kind of.
We're so little.
Yeah, but
Oh, Murphy.
yeah, straight golden hair that's cut at the jawline, and I wish I had that picture because that's what the character actually looks like. Is that picture? So did you guys see it?
It was the group chat.
Yeah. So almost coppery colored skin, golden eyes, and like when I say coppery color, I mean like a metallic sheen almost. And golden eyes, and wearing scale mail armor with a buckler on my left arm and a hammer like just in my belt that has like blue streaks through it. It is a war hammer, and the buckler has basically the symbol of Sarenrae on it, which is, I think it's just a dagger with
It's like a sword with a sunburst.
yeah.
It's got angel wings on it.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, it's got that
That's cool.
on the shield.
Yeah, so it looks like an angel.
And whereas you guys may have seen that before, just kind of crudely drawn on the paladin stuff around, this one is like actually well done. It's got the metallic. It is almost a work of art, but it is. You can see now a difference between this is what it's supposed to look like versus the way you've seen it in the past, just slapdash, smeared around, and that kind of thing. Just very excited to be there, but also there's an undercurrent of just not willing to be pushed around. Is very very happy to be there, but it's a choice. It's not one of those kind of like there's something behind the smile and behind the attitude, but it's a good thing. So what else? Oh, and the armor has flecks of blue and silver throughout, the same way that the hammer does.
All right.
I am also every bit of short. As a
Would be a campaign if we didn't have shorties.
Hey, I'm still normal sized.
oh, I'm shorter
Next-
than you
hey,
because
next chapter, everybody's a dwarf.
There we go.
well, I'm shorter than you. I'd have to be because my speed's lower.
No, I mean, well,
More than likely.
I mean, wait, are you more goblin or are you more tiefling? And are you, because goblins are small. So are you small or medium sized?
I am a small creature.
Oh, okay.
Goblin, tiefling, Charmander, color skin. Leather, like red, deep red leather robes that are just about as old as I am. A lot of tears. Midriff exposed, big green emerald belly button ring. Stogie all the time. And I carry a staff with me. I've got horns. What little brown remains in my hair is at the very tips. The rest of it is salt and pepper gray.
You notice that he has a very similar staff to you. Your staff friends.
Great.
All right, so
So
I'm
your
in my
staff is as big as
human
mine.
form. So in my human form, I have bright green eyes. They're kind of like piercing, so they're very green. I have silver hair, and it's in right now. It's like it's kind of longer in a bun right now, kind of like an I don't know how to explain that haircut, but yeah, it's longer with a bun right now. I have a black robe.
It's a man bun.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's a specific style, but I can't explain it. And then I have a black, kind of like a black robe, and I usually wear all black to contrast like colors and stuff like that. But
Black, the ultimate contrasting color.
no, like when I'm doing like color stuff, so it doesn't my clothing doesn't distract from my
Doesn't
performance.
distract from
You're
your
like a
performance.
stagehand,
That's why
yes.
you're so fascinating.
Yes, exactly.
I'm a big, tall hulk of green, with red hair kind of pulled back. It looks like Christmas got sick. The combo of her hair and skin, really big tusks that kind of jut out from her lower lip. It looks like she maybe did some like eye piercings and ear piercings, but they're not professionally done. It's definitely just
I like the
Stuck
idea
through
because you're
herself.
hulking and enormous, and I am not. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, you're just bent
The
over
whole
while I'm
time.
trying to show you the things on the card.
she does usually just like walk with a hunch. And yellow eyes. So she kind of feels at home with yours being so golden and she's not the only one anymore. Just has simple farmer's clothing on and not much to speak of in way of possessions, so it's just kind of a hatchet in a sack.
Okay. And Javin, tall and lean, kind of like maybe like a rock climber, so like wiry kind of build, very, very calm and kind of stoic, but kind and polite. You know, just kind of like a overall like generally okay, like neutral to pleasant demeanor, but not very expressive. As far as like dress, he's like kind of like Indiana Jones hat kind of thing, except maybe a little bit larger, a little bit broader. Indiana Jones is kind of, I don't know, a little bit of inspiration. So just like leather jacket, but you can tell it's all very nice elven made, like vests and robes, but it's all like outdoorsy leather. So, but just very tall and neat and clean and proper. And he's always got he's got like a little field journal. And he's always writing and drawing and sketching and stuff as he's going through the woods. So, but just, you know, kind and stoic and just kind of very, I don't know, very like natural elf elegance, if you will.
Real quick. Hi, Brittany. Just realized that you were chatting with us. My sister is watching, so. And she has at least been watching since the backstabbing moment with you guys, so.
Sweet.
Yeah. So we were kind of.
Oh, so you realize you have the old cards up, right?
Oh, that's because I didn't switch it back to the roleplay. So, as you all are standing there trying to figure out what is next, everything has led to this point. A old orc steps out over the top of the cliffside there, and you see him standing on top, and he has long white hair with a long chin hair coming down, braided very well.
I wave excitedly.
He appears to be an orc fighter. He is armed, and his hair is kind of blowing there. And so it seems we have guests. Ravens to be, I assume? Or are you looking for death instead?
Both ravens. We'll pick ravens.
Roll perception.
Non-natural 20.
21.
14.
10.
21.
All right. Let's see if you notice her. Out walks a female elf. She appears to be young, and she does seem to be holding a spell book.
I wave at her too.
And then out from behind the group. Well, hello there. It seems like we have guests then. Are we going to kill them? And he goes, not yet. Oh, then we can have fun together. Hi, I'm Gemma.
Hi, I'm Davina, Jenna. It's nice to meet you.
Friends.
Right?
My goodness.
Right?
I like you. You're the best so far.
No, you're short.
That's Ida and Javin. I don't know who these people are. The smelly one and then the not smelly one. But other than that,
Thank you. I'm Kitu.
Kitu. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So, I see you found Raven's Roost. That's exciting.
That's a name.
It is a name.
Okay.
Yep. I guess you undergo the trials then.
The what?
The trials.
This was a trial. Have you met him?
He's very kind.
Exactly.
And a kitsune at that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
can we get, you said roost, can we get food and sleep at some point in time?
Absolutely.
I might like you a
If you
little.
go up around the side here, that'll actually lead you up the cliff. You don't have to climb it.
We missed a ladder.
No, it just
I'm assuming we will
like
have
a
to
ramp.
climb it before too long?
not that I'm aware of.
Nice.
I mean, unless you want to.
So the training montage.
I mean, you're welcome to climb it. Most people don't.
It does seem like a good challenge.
You know what, buddy? Why don't you climb it? We'll take the ramp and we'll clap for you when you're done.
Oh, well, I mean, if that's a chance to perform for you, then sure.
I hope you do.
So, Gemma is a what appears to be a young girl. She's very small and cute. She has dark hair.
Is this the elf?
No, this is
Oh.
Gemma.
We don't know what Gemma
The one
is
who
yet.
snuck up behind us.
Got
Who
it.
wanted to kill us.
She has dark hair. She does have a couple wicked daggers on her, and she seems to be well armed.
I just imagine Princess Vanellope.
Yes.
But
Yeah, and I'm almost. So I've got a character in mind, and I will show you two. I'll show you her after we go to break. So,
either that or Louise from Bob's Belchers. Those are the two that I have in my head.
So we are going to pause there. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching
Pause.
online,
He has paused.
we're gonna have some outros and
Not
stuff
right now.
eventually as we are moving to a podcast form. But thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.
See ya.